This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. I thought of one thing after last time, and if you were watching, you might have picked up on it. It was a potential flaw in my plans here. Just want to double check. I'm trying to get the Lancer built up so I can get some treasure. And I was thinking, I'd said maybe if I could just go for Ignore Height, that would work instead of just getting my vertical jumps all up. But Ignore Height goes in the same slot that Move Find Item goes in, and I need that. So that will not be a viable option for me. So we're just going to have to work on building up the vertical jump. Also, I just want to make sure I had my abilities set right. I was pretty sure I had them ready for doing some farming, but let's check. Yeah, basically, want to make sure I don't have counterattack on anybody. And have basic skill on the guys that can do that for me. Or guts for him. And we're working on bravery. She's up, so that's good. I just need to get Orlando up. And he only needs 12 more. Well, only. That's still a little ways to go. One thing I've been thinking about that I hadn't really decided on completely yet is what my final party is going to be after I get all the optional characters and everybody else. There are only two main ones left to pick up that I can think of that I would potentially use. There are three more that I'm going to get, but the last one you kind of get after you've picked up everybody else, and I don't really feel like it's worth it at that point. I don't want to spoil anything more than that, if you're not aware. Let's just go take care of the bird first. It doesn't look like there are too many enemies in this fight, so I probably won't be able to draw it out too long. Memphis is the panther. Not Memphis, it's Memphis. Maybe Memphis is his brother. That won't take him out, but it'll get a hit. And it's a chance to confuse him. Confuse, not confuse. My, brain gets out of my mouth once in a while. Okay, so he's going to waste his turn to tackle the panther to get him out of the confused state. Yeah, I can get him with this, so let's go. Maybe I should try to use some of his weaker skills and see if there's something that won't take the enemies out in one shot. Then again, if we just do more fights, I get more money that way. So it's not all bad either way, I suppose. What's a regular attack look like here? I'll try it. No, we don't need to move. Considering my final party, also considering if I'm gonna leave some of the more random characters in, like the ones that we picked up, or I mean the soldiers that we hired or that we started with, like Wyatt and Jeremy? Or am I going to go with a full party of the unique characters that have different skills, like Orlando and Agrias and Ramza, of course? I am going to do one thing here. Or check one thing at least. We'll do that too. That's not what I was talking about. But I wanted to make sure he doesn't have an ability or an item that makes him faster, right? I think it's just his job that does it. Or is it the sword? What's it say? Okay, yeah. Having Excalibur on makes him always haste. So. I think I'll just leave that with him still, though. I was considering trying to get Jeremy to move faster. What can I do to help that out? I think maybe I'll just let her do regular attacks, but for her first turn I'll have her use haste on Jeremy. I'm pretty sure she can do at least haste with Time Mage. Yeah. Let's try that for a few fights at least. See if it makes a difference and gets him a few more turns in so he can boost his JP faster. Because he's the one I'm worried about for that. I could do equip swords with him. I don't know if I have that yet. Probably not. But even if I did, then I'd have to unequip JP up. And I'm pretty sure the Lancer can't equip a sword otherwise. So I think using haste is probably the best way to get him moving faster. And I didn't want to move time magic onto him or Wyatt, because I can use accumulate with them otherwise if I keep the basic skill equipped. We'll just let him wait there since he got that hit in without having to move. How many enemies are there? Well, there's at least one more. Okay, we got a couple of knights too. Knight named Mildred and Julia. Those are fairly regular normal names, if not a little old maybe. Especially Mildred. Julia, there are still younger Julias, but I haven't heard Mildred used a while. It seems like a name that's a little older, like I said. Sure, there are exceptions to that, and there are a few young Mildreds around. Or maybe they go by Millie or something. Well, we'll let Orlando come out and meet them. Can he hit anybody from here? Probably with lightning stab. I think that's gonna hit her. And it didn't take her out, so that's kind of nice for me now, for now. Okay, and that worked. Let's see, how soon does his next turn come? Okay, yeah, he does get another turn in pretty quickly here. Well, let's let him do this again and finish her off now. Job level up. I really don't remember if my vertical movement has to be all the way up. So I think what I'll do is I'll just try to go today and get just some fighting in and some grinding for about maybe up until the 45-minute mark or something like that, or 40-minute mark. And then we'll try to go back to the temple and take a shot at it, no matter where we're at. And yeah, I guess I can just have Icarus keep using haste and have Orlando take them all out on his own. Still can't get quite in there. So we will just do haste again. This time we'll do Ramza. thinks she can take on TG Sid. Let's actually just move in behind her and see how his regular attack does from behind. Yeah, it shouldn't take her out unless he gets a critical. There we go. Okay. I gotta move though to get cheer up on him. Alright, we'll finish it off. Agrius and Wyatt are probably ready to move on to new jobs too. And probably master their current jobs. What about him? Is he good enough to learn anything else? I'm gonna just get rid of these cheap ones first here. And I can still do that yet. So he still needs quite a bit. What do we got? 3,000? I probably will just leave him there until we get that. I might move him on to something like Chemist for a little while after that, just to get some points ranked up. He does have some levels for Knight and Monk since we've been using those jobs with other people. So I guess I can learn a little bit of this stuff. Monk, yeah, not enough to do more yet there. I have Geomancer with him too now though. So yeah, I guess he is slowly gaining a few new things. Wyatt, are you ready to move on from Monk? Yes, it looks like he is. Or no, must be something else I haven't learned yet. Okay, well, one more fight at least, I suppose. Okay, she has mastered that. I think I'll move her back to Priest for now. I'm not going to be using her in that fight coming up anyway, so I can start working on getting her some other stuff with the Priest job and decide where I want to keep her, or if I just want to keep getting other jobs with her, or if we even end up using her towards the end of the playthrough. Alright, yes, I do want to keep Time Magic on her for now, just because that haste seems helpful for me. And I won't worry about equipping the sword with her, but otherwise we might do that and do equip sword when I actually get into the story again, so that she can still use her Holy Sword abilities. Actually, I didn't look and see what else she has available. I'd be able to do something else for her in one of these other jobs. Nah, not really. Jeremy, where are we at? I wonder. You just skip all of them and go to jump 8? Or does that mean that you could only jump if it's 8 high and not 3 high? I think I'll save up and go for the max one first. It's worth trying it out, I think. Yeah, he's coming along pretty slowly on Samurai there. Actually, one final thing I want to do before shopping. Yeah, just because I figured since Agrias isn't using this stuff anymore, somebody else could be able to use it potentially. Okay. Gonna keep trying to give me that reflect mail. But we do have a better spear here. Might just take a look at what they have and see if I already have one of everything. Okay, I'll take an air knife. A Gastref. It's 20,000. But I'll still take it. Okay, I have at least one of each of the weapons and shields that are available here. And helmets, yeah. Armor, yes, except for the reflect one, but I really don't want to use that anyway, so this is one occasion where I won't buy one of everything. Purposely not buying that either, just because I know it tends to automatically put it on people if you go with best equipment. Same thing with that. Okay, that's the one that stops Petrify. I might put that on somebody before I go back into the Noveska fight. Just because of the cockatrices. I got 2 of these mantles above what I'm at. We have Elf Mantle on 3 people, but we have 2 upgrades available. Just need to be able to afford them. Probably keep fighting though and stop talking and shopping so much. And again here, I think, depending on how many enemies are available, we'll just let Orlandu kind of take them all out on his own if he can. Yeah, that's fine. I know it's to defeat all enemies, but where are the enemies? Okay, at least we got a few this time. Ah, dang it. was more worried about Jeremy than her, but I guess at least if she's hasted, then her next turn to do it again will come faster. Need to pay attention to where he's at too on his bravery so I don't start wasting that. Okay, he's at 95 now, so I can only use it one more time in this fight, which means he was up to permanent 90 already, so I'll have him up to 92 then by the end of this fight. Should be. Okay, just 4 goblins. Okay, we got Jeremy that time. Maybe if I just have Orlando use Excalibur, it'll be a little weaker and won't always take him out in one hit. Plus, there's no animation as far as the spell goes to it, so probably a little faster. You know, animations in this game aren't usually too bad, except for maybe some of the summons, as far as taking time goes. Okay, that'll be it for Cheer Up for this round, and then I'll just start accumulating with Ramza instead. Or if we really need to, we can help Orlando out. But I guess if he gets low on health, I can always just use his Night Sword too. Okay, he's gonna go after Ramza. Yeah, don't really want to move. I guess I don't know enough stuff to do anything else though. I mean, I think if we just use haste again, even though we're already in the haste state, if it hits again, it still counts as a move that gives her experience and job points, I think. And we'll find out here. Yeah, and that got our job level up. Actually just going to use this on this guy. See how much that gives me back. I think it still gives me the full amount of health back, even though the guy didn't have that much health. Yeah, so pretty good. I guess since I didn't get a haste in on Ramza, he's kind of falling behind in turns in this one. Would have went after the one next to Ramza next, but I would have had to use one of the abilities. I guess I could have. It doesn't really matter too much. And I could have had Ramza move back towards the other group so she could cast haste on him, but at this point, that would probably just make the other goblin there follow him, and I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to leave things where they are for my guys here. And just let Orlando move around and mop up. He's going to run away after that hit anyway. Well, if he can't hit him with his sword, I'll use an ability, but yeah. It's only 82%. I'll try it. Worst case, we get some more rounds with my other guys here. Okay, Jeremy got another job level. Yeah, I guess I should have targeted the other two because there's two of them, less of a chance to miss. I just knew Wyatt's was going to be running out there. And now here, should I just have Ramza fight back and finish this guy off? I guess Orlando's not that far away. Let's just have him move over that way in case the goblin's going to come after him and Orlando can't reach him yet. Close enough? Not quite. So I'm pretty sure Lightning Stab is still the longest range for me out of the abilities he has there. Yeah. We'll just let her wait. Not that he really needs it. And another level up for Orlando. I want to do one more fight, I think, before we head on. but I think we'll start making our way back over there because odds are I'll run into a fight at least one of these places on the way back. Let's just stop in a couple of the shops on the way back and make sure they didn't have anything different. Just the bags. And there was this light robe that I couldn't afford before, and I still can't afford it quite right now unless I sell some stuff. I think I'll hold off though. If anything, we'll go ahead and get one of these probably. He should be good enough now to learn the last ability here, I think. Yeah, quite a bit to spare. And then probably back to night for now, maybe, and finish that off. Maybe I should just get him some archer skills in. That's still a little low, and I haven't put anybody on archer for a little while. I'll be moving him back after that next fight that I go through anyway, or after the next couple of fights, but whatever it takes me to get back. But for now, just wanted to check one thing with this, because I did pick up that, okay, so it's saying the gas graphitis is better. I think I prefer bows though for my archers than crossbows. Just because you can shoot over things and it can arch a little bit more like that. I think with a crossbow it has to be a straight line of sight. So I want to see how good this bow is. We'll keep basic skill on him for now. And I won't mess around in there anymore until we get back over to Zeltania Castle, and then we can do our setup. Let's see how far we get. Okay. Skipped a couple of them, but didn't make it too far. I might actually have Wyatt participate in this one, just to see how he does as an archer here. I feel like this battlefield can have some pain in the butt enemies. So I might need to just kind of work to get them taken care of quickly. Well, yeah, I mean, let's see. Okay, there's a black chocobo down there. I'd like to get rid of him as quickly as I can, probably. But we're quite a ways away from just about all of them here. Let's have Orlando start coming across the top here and see if he can hit one of these guys. Okay, we'll have to wait. Okay, well, he's got Jeremy going. Yeah, the chocobo still gets good movement on this rocky terrain. Shooting downhill, he should get pretty good range here. Yeah. That's only 75, but I think I'll go with that one. Let's just see what else I can do. 88. Orlando can easily take care of this one on his own there, though. Between this one and the Black Chocobo, this one has a higher percentage chance of hitting it. But this is going to take more of this one's percentage of HP overall. And I kind of want to get rid of the Black Chocobo, so let's see if we can hit him. Oh yeah. So that's to bring him up to 93 permanently. Let's do a sword skill to make sure it takes him out. Probably just let him wait here, though. Gonna let the enemies come to us a little more. Okay. Hopefully this just misses. Okay. Guarded. Good enough. Same difference. As far as my concerns go, at least. Wow. Traveled almost all the way up the falls there. Throws choco balls at me. Good enough. Get rid of that one. Yeah, I was planning on leaving the Chocobo for Wyatt here. It's still only 75% chance, but if he hits it, it'll take it out. Okay, good enough for me. Okay, so I got the Kuar, or whatever the cat is, and two of these floaty ball guys. I think I'll have to move over here to be able to hit this guy. Good enough. I can't quite hit him there unless I move. Rather go after this one since it's farther from Orlando. Alright, everybody's haste. I'm just gonna sneak up behind him. You know what? Let her just hit the thing. So then on Wyatt's next turn, he can probably finish it off. Yep, says it's a 100% chance to hit it. Another job level up for him. I think that brings him up to level 6 already. I think instead of menuing, let's just see if we can make it. I guess I only have 2 combat areas to get past to make it. So actually, why don't we stop here and... Oh, that's not a town as far as shopping goes, I guess. Well, let's get to this one then. Could afford that robe now if that's here. Yeah. I guess we'll do that. It's just a bunch of these things that I still can't afford. I never put... I was gonna say, did I put that on somebody? I think it probably went on Wyatt automatically when I switched his jobs. Well, before I worry about any of that yet, let's try to make it over here. Okay. One more fight before we get over there. And then I'll check and see how many job points I have and how many abilities I can unlock. And where's Orlando? He's up to 94. That means I can use Cheer Up twice on him in the next fight. In this fight. And that'll get him up to 96, so he'll only be 1 away from maxing. Because out of everybody else that I haven't necessarily decided on yet, I know he's going to be one of the party members that I keep with me for the rest of the game. Unless I want to try to challenge myself for some reason, but not really doing that kind of playthrough here. Okay. That should be good. That'll get Ramza pasted up, hopefully, and Jeremy. Don't care as much about Wyatt, but I'll take it. Well, it didn't hit Ramza. How many enemies are there? Does Orlando need my help? Yeah, he might. We'll just accumulate, though, until we get in range. I guess I could have checked for the range. It is slightly downhill. But I think it's fairly flat to the point that I don't think he'd be able to shoot that far. So 7 enemies, it looks like. It's a pretty hefty party. Get anybody from here? Since there's so many of them, I might try to take one of these guys out in one hit here. And they're my enemies, the Chocobos. See if he can get a shot off from behind Orlando here. Yeah. Well, this one's a little higher percentage, so I guess we'll take that. Okay. Not the greatest damage, but help out a little bit. And it gets him the job points and experience. And I suppose I'll just have him move as far as he can down here. So I can start moving across the map to get to the rest of the guys after we take care of this panther. Have her move down here and try to haste Ramza again. And she's going after the unit, so even if he moves, it shouldn't matter. I moved Orlando too far, though, I'm pretty sure. Not gonna be able to cheer him up from here. Ah, missed again. Before I move, let me just check. I mean, I could target that guy from here, so I guess why move if I can shoot him there anyway? I think Orlando better try to take care of these other guys first. They're more likely to cause me trouble. And then let's move back here a little closer. Can't quite hit Ramza there. Oh well, we'll just do it for that guy, for Wyatt. Another level up for Jeremy. Still can't finish this guy off, even if he hits him. He's just whittling him down. Alright, what's the Pisco Demon gonna do? Guess nothing from there yet. Well, the marble's down, but he's still gonna keep fighting. Mr. Ranza again with the haste. Wonder if I move here, if I'll be able to hit that panther. No. But I can hit the marble. So I guess the panther will be Orlando's problem. Okay, well, yeah, and it ended up taking me longer than I'd hoped to get back here. Part of that was because I kept fighting and prolonging these battles purposely. But I think by the time I get through my abilities, checking on what we can get, and resetting everybody, probably won't get to the Nelveska Temple fight here today. So we'll leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger heading into that. And yeah, I'll have to take a look, but we might not be able to get all the abilities I need for Jeremy yet anyway. Got 1,001 points, so I can get the vertical jump 8. If it works that way, and that actually just lets you get all of them, then I'm fine. And I will go into the fight and try that out. I'm not going to guarantee it'll work though, and if it doesn't, I'll just reset, I think. And we'll go back to getting my JP to get the rest of these. It was the expensive one at least, so the rest will come a little more quickly. I mean, these two combined are worth about as much as I just spent on that one. Well, more precisely, these two combined are worth exactly what I just spent. What about everybody else? Anything significant? I'd like to have Raise 2, I think, more than I would worry about Cure 2. Just because I think it's going to have a better range. Probably bring him back with more HP overall. So I think that's probably a good call there. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. We'll go with Protect for now since she has enough points to do it. Which way am I going? Archer, he's up to 570 there. So I can get a couple of these. Or anything else that's really good? Concentrate seemed pretty good. That might be one that I put on him going into that fight. For that matter, yeah, why don't I start resetting him to get ready for the fight? So let's change his job back to... Well, he went the long way around the wheel there, but yeah, back to Ninja. Punch Arc seemed to work pretty well for me, so I'll stick with that. Counter, yeah. But then here, let's go with Concentrate. Last time I did Secret Hunt, and we could have the opportunity to poach something that way, but I'm gonna go with Concentrate. Can't quite get Holy Explosion, but I don't I wouldn't foresee using that probably in that fight anyway. Although since I'm so close to that, maybe I'll just hold off and get that since it's one of the more expensive ones left. He has Thief open too now, so I can start getting some of this stuff. Probably gonna hold off from move 2 there. He has counter tackle available now, so I guess I might as well put that on there. That's fine, I'll just leave that way. Move him back to Ninja with Punch Art. Counter. Concentrate. But let's check out where he was at for Samurai and see if I can... Yeah, he was finally starting to get some good points there. So I can unlock a few more of these. I don't think any of these are going to help me here. So let's just go for the next couple in line here. Yeah, I want to reorder my things here too while I'm at it. We are going to keep you as a Lancer, so that's all fine. Vigorous, let's change you. How about back to just Holy Knight? Wait a minute. No. But I'm not going to use her for the fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just leave her like that. Okay, got Orlando set up. Ramza and Wyatt. Just need to check out Jeremy's abilities and equipment. Make sure he's good to go. Move find is what I want. What's that mean? Okay. I suppose I'll go secret hunt for him. Probably not going to be taking out any enemies with him anyway, but yeah. And here, if he survives and can help anybody out, items might be a good thing. Then again, he has to be right next to him to use that. Whereas if I use white magic, he could be ranged. Although I think items are potentially better because I can use them right away. There's no delay in it. And it would be nice to have somebody with a Phoenix down, potentially. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'll drop a save here. Because I'm not going to count on things going the way I want them to. Expect the best and prepare for the worst. Something like that. Alright, so we are going to call it here for today. I'll head back into Nelveska Temple and take a shot at getting all the treasure there next time. So thanks for watching, and if you've been enjoying the content so far, Please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.